guys, it's Sophie. So I'm going to be doing my August book haul for you today. It's a bit of a mix of things. It's just kind of like an August book haul slash bookish things haul, but I thought it'd be nice and it's a nice easy one to film. So the first lot of books I'm going to show you I was given by my friend when I wasn't very well. She collected some books from her sister who didn't want them anymore, and I was like, yes, that would be lovely, please. So I'll show you these ones first. The cat wants in, so she's a very happy cat at the minute. She can sit there if she can be good. No, she's like, I want to eat all your books. So the first one I have is a collection of Greek mythology. I don't know who it was collated by or pulled together by, but it's basically just a big book of all of the myths with some nice, like, full page illustrations of statues and paintings and drawings, and then kind of the stories around them. Now, I am not a great classicist, but I did do classics and Latin at school. I didn't do much of the Greek side because it was mostly kind of prep for the Latin. Yeah, so this should be interesting, and I think I might kind of just pick it up and down every now and again. And to be honest, more than anything, I'm interested to see what kind of classical allegories are in literature that I've missed. So yeah, it says that it has the creation of the gods themselves, the heroes, the Trojan War and the Odyssey is covered. So we'll see what I reckon of that. And the next one I have is a Penguin English Library edition of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is, I think, that one and another short story called The Bottle Imp. Now, I've never read this, it's tiny, I didn't realise how small it was, but I'm looking forward to actually reading it and seeing what I reckon to it. I thought it was going to be a great novel, not like a short story, so that's kind of interesting in itself, shows how little I knew about it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it, and it's a really nice edition, so it'll be nice for my shelves. And the next one I have is another Penguin English Library edition. This one is Persuasion by Jane Austen. I don't know that I've actually read any Jane Austen, or if I have, I read it when I was a really little girl. It's not something I've read in my adult life, and I thought, do you know what, eventually I should probably try and reread some of these Victorian novels that I read lots of them when I was a kid, but I don't really remember them, I didn't really understand them at the time, so I thought, yeah, I'll go for it, and it's really nice. Again, it's just really clean and tidy and a nice copy, so I thought I may as well get that one if it's going. Now, the next one I think is non-fiction, but I don't actually know, and it's in Pantagonia, and it's by Bruce Chatwin. Now, the back says that it's a story of Bruce Chatwin's travels to a remote country in search of a strange beast and his encounters with the people whose fascinating stories delay him along the road. I'd never heard of it before, ever, but I kind of feel like it's a book that's somehow been in my head. I don't know, that makes absolutely no sense. I feel as though it's probably well known and maybe I've heard it referred to but haven't actually ever seen it or picked it up or known what they were talking about. It has like little pictures in the middle, which is why I'm thinking it's probably non-fiction, but yeah, I don't really read travel writing, so I thought I would read some, and it sounds like an interesting way to tell it, and again it's just a really lovely vintage edition, so why wouldn't I love it? Hey love. The next one I did read when I was a little girl, and I remember it really scaring me, and I thought I'd like to read it as a grown-up, and that is The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. Yeah, there's just a selection of his ghost stories in there. So The Turn of the Screw, The Romance of Certain Clothes, The Friends of the Friends and The Jolly Corner. So some creepy short stories, again, like a pretty much new perfect copy of it, and I read it, as I say, when I was like a young girl, but I can't really remember any of it, so I thought that could be quite fun, maybe in like October time when I'm fancying having like a spooky read. Yeah, so that is that one. And the next one I have, I'm actually reading my way through at the minute. This is still all stuff my friend passed on from her sister, and this one is Night Train by Martin Amis. And I've read, which one of his have I read? Time's Arrow. I read Time's Arrow and I really liked it, but this is something completely different. This is like a parody of detective and crime fiction, and I'm like halfway through it. I'm like 56 pages through, this is what I'm reading at the moment, and I'm just really liking it, and I don't know, I'm kind of quite enjoying that it's second-hand and a little bit beaten up as well. Like, it's really just like easy to read, and I'm like, oh, I would never do this for my own books, but I like it when it's from someone else. I don't know, it just feels like it's loved, and I'm enjoying it so far, so yeah, I'll be chatting more about that one probably in my August wrap up if I get around to reading anything in August at all. So the next couple I was sent for review, and the first of these is Rebecca Solnit's The Mother of All Questions, Further Feminisms. Now, I read Men Explain Things to Me by her, and she really interested me, but her tone was too academic. since reading her, I feel as though I've read a bit more academic writing, so I don't know whether I'll enjoy her more in that sense. It's so stunningly published, and grants her like know me well. Like I feel like they have a little bit of like all my tastes that they just weave into all their stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and they were kind enough to like mark up certain pieces that they'd really enjoyed as well, with some little tabs, so I can kind of have a think about those things. Yeah, really looking forward to reading this one, but I don't know when I'm going to get to it. I've got so much to read at the minute, but yeah. Just some essays when I feel like cross at men, I think. Like when I just like, I need just some feminism for 5 minutes, that's going to be the way I'm going to get that. And the next book I have for review is probably one of the most exciting books that I could have for review, especially here on BookTube. It's The Beginning of the World in the Middle of the Night by Campbell. This only arrived today, so it's literally like fresh off the post. But it's so exciting. I think the covers are so pretty as well, like just such a good job. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to diving in and seeing what I think. It also came with loads of like exciting story goodies that like relate to it, and like I know Jen's quite particular about how she likes her stuff and it's all really relevant, so I'm kind of a bit afraid to like read too much into it in case I like spoil any of the stories. But I'm going to show you really quickly what was in there. So I have a like little offer to talk to the Angel of Death. That's good. I have a note from Jen. I have some silver Smarties or sweets of some variety. I have a suspicious looking bowl of tea. I have a magic seed which says on it, "What if Jack took those magic beans and planted them inside himself instead?" Intriguing. I kind of want to like, I'm not going to look into any of these things too much because I really don't want to spoil myself. And then I also have a hearts collection card in which if you can buy 4 hearts you'll get a 5th free. So it just I'm just so excited, like it all just looks so wonderful, and like I don't know, I just love Jen as a human, and like I don't know, I'm just really excited. It's a bit like being able to have a small piece of Jen that you keep in your house and you can take off the shelf and be like, more Jen. Like it's very exciting. So yeah, those are the 2 that I got sent for review. Whilst I'm on like a Jen conversation, she also really kindly sent me a really cute card, which is just really sweet. It lives on my mantelpiece, but I thought I'd bring it up and show it to you guys. And a little book called Eric by Shaun Tan, who I really enjoyed. What was the one called that he wrote? The Arrival. And this is like similar kind of style. It's a little like graphic novelette almost, with the really cute, like such cute little illustrations. I think they're gorgeous. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm going to put it in my mindfulness box, and then when I'm having a really hard time and I'm like, I'm all alone in the universe, I can pick it up and read it and be like, no you're not, there you go. So yeah, really looking forward to reading that, but I'm going to make myself save it. But yeah, so there's that one. And then the only like adult book that I bought myself in this month, despite having shown you so many books, there's only one that I've actually bought. That one is Roald Dahl's Trickery, which is, there's basically, you guys have seen them already, I think I have Madness, Cruelty and Deception, which are collections of his short stories that he wrote for magazines, and basically they're adult short stories, and they're just really nice. I've read both or 3 of his collections each in like a day, and they've redone another lot of them. They've got one called War, one called Innocence, Fear, and then this one which is Trickery. So these are tales of deceit and cunning. I just think they're gorgeous, I think they're really beautifully published, and I'm just really enjoying them, so I think they're going to be something I collect over time and just be my way through. And yeah, this one has a cat that's been split in half by a scribble, so that's intriguing. I want to know. And then I have a couple of like bookish things that I want to show you. And the first ones I was sent essentially for review, but it's kind of hard to show you like what they are for review, but I just think they're gorgeous and I want to share them with you guys. And these are from Abrams and Chronicle. So these are all in the Frank Lloyd Wright set of stationery. So these are some note cards which have his really like gorgeous designs on them. That's kind of what they look like. Hopefully you can see. I'm going to move it in front of my face so it might focus. Please? There you go. So it's all like kind of squares and interconnecting geometric stuff. And there's several different kinds in here, like that one. And these, and they're just really pretty, and they're going to be my new like thank you cards to everyone. They've all got primary colours on the back of them as well. They're just absolutely lush. So beautifully designed, and they come all with envelopes, individual envelopes, shown envelope as well, which just have one of his like trademark designs on the back. And they come in a really cute little case. So yeah, these are going to be the ones that I send as my thank yous to anyone who's been lovely to me in my life. And yeah, I just think it's gorgeous. I'm so going to put this on my shelf. They sent me another couple bits and pieces as well that were in the same collection, which was really sweet of them. I've got 8 philosophy pencils which say like little quotes on them. So like everything that is romantic is also of nature, or there is no architecture without philosophy. A culture is the joy of living and the beauty of living. Like, just really sweet. So I'm going to take those ones out of their wrapper soon. I just want to show you them all nicely wrapped up, and they're going to go in my like home pencil case, just because they're really sweet. And then I also got some sticky notes that have some of his drawings on them as well, which probably it's going to be really hard to see on camera, but I will try and hold it up for you. But basically they're all his like structural designs made into tiny post-it notes. That's the front, which gives you some idea, because I know it's really faint to see in person. They're really bright, but it's just because it's all line drawings. So yeah, these are gorgeous. These, again, I kind of didn't want to take them out of the packet because the packet's so beautiful. So I think these may just sit on one of my stationery shelves, so that I can have a play with them. They, to be honest, they have such a brilliant supply of like stationery in general. They publish books as well, like quite a lot of like coffee table books. And they're the ones he sent me. I fought the law for review, but I just loved so much of their stationery. When I was like looking through their catalogue, it was the stationery that really made me like, oh my god, it's beautiful, you know what I mean? Yeah, so other bookish things, it's all these small bookish things. I got these 2 tiny pins. If we can, do we want to play? Do we want to play? So basically, let's try and see if I can figure it out. This one says this is how we roll. And this one is a little library thing, like a library cart. I think they're really cute. I know you couldn't see them. They live on my Virginia Woolf bag, which is a knitting bag. I just think they're really cute. And I got these ones in Waterstones. I think they were like £6, which is quite a lot for a couple of pins, but they're really sweet and I really like them, and I think they're quite funny. So yeah, those are like my bookish things. And then, blimey, this is a long haul. I've also got some magazines and some children's books and stuff to show you. So the first one is kind of like a chatbook. That's how I would describe it anyway. And it's called Firewords, and this is a quarterly sort of pamphlet that puts out different poems. But what they do that's really interesting, and like stories as well, is they pair illustrators with the authors, and try and make like each story related to the artwork in some way, so that it's more interactive than just text, which makes for, I cannot lie guys, like a beautiful, beautiful thing. You can subscribe to them. They're open for submissions if you guys are looking to get anything published. They're very, they're saying like short stories, poetry, great. And also about the art stuff, they really seem to be really open to people submitting art to them. So yeah, I just think they're really gorgeous. I haven't had a chance to read through it yet, but I'm really excited. I think it looks like really beautifully done. Yeah, and I was kindly sent this one for review, so I'll chat about it more when I have actually read my way through it. And then a couple of magazines that I just wanted to share, because people seem to quite like it when I showed you magazines last time, so I thought I'd just do the same. This one is Flow, and this one was recommended to me in my video when I spoke about magazines, and I asked if there were any recommendations. And this magazine is bloody fantastic. It's just got like, it's just beautiful. It's like, it's basically on the back of people who love paper. And like, whilst that sounds like a weird concept, I completely understand. It's just really nicely published. They have recipes, they have lots of stuff around looking after yourself, loads of lovely photographs, and they have like little pages where they have a really cute illustration and then a quote underneath. So that one's a newspaper, and it says, "My life is very contained. In the evenings I put my smartphone away until the next morning. I don't work and I don't email in the evenings or on the weekend. We have a landline telephone we can use to be reached in emergencies. I don't use the internet for entertainment or distraction. I only read paper newspapers and books." and it's just really sweet and it's just really lovely. And I got this one when I was in hospital, and there's lots of stuff in there that I really loved and I cut out and helped a lot. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that one, and it may be one I actually subscribe to. We'll see what I think when I've read through all of it, because the next one I have actually subscribed to because of how much I enjoyed the first one, and I've yet to read this one. It's only turned up today, but this one is O Comely, which I know I showed you guys before, and it's similarly, it's bookish stuff, like they do like a what we're reading, they do a book club, they do stuff on literary characters, how to dress up like your favourite literary character, they do photographs, like this one's all around living in vans. It's like my perfect magazine. Like it's absolutely stunning, full page spreads, just feast your eyes on this beautiful magazine. It's a £5, but I think it's only like £20 for a year or something, but it's just gorgeous. They do recipes, they do all sorts, travel, like it's just stellar, and that's my magazine for when I'm feeling rubbish. I'm really glad I subscribed to it, but yeah, not that they're not paying me anything to say all this, I just really love that magazine. Okay, so children's books. I was in hospital. All I can really do when I'm in hospital is magazines and children's books, because I just can't do paragraphs. I picked up this children's book called The Storm Whale by Benji Davies, and I have read it and I'll talk about it a bit more, but it's basically about a little boy who feels really lonely until he takes a whale home, and his dad is a fisherman who goes out to sea, and they live in their house with like basically just this tiny house on the sea with like 9 cats, and it's just fantastic. And really sweet. So yeah, I read that one. There's also one that's called The Storm Whale in the Winter, which I probably will get, just because I think it's really cute and the drawings are really nice. So yeah, I got that one. And then the last one I have is one that I had heard lots about and hadn't picked it up because I was like, it's really expensive. But I was like, fuck it. I'm not very well, I can do things like this. So I got The Fox and the Star, which is by Coraline Bickford-Smith, and this is one I know everyone has kind of seen already, but this is just a beautifully done children's book. All the colours are stunning, the illustrations are stunning, it's a really nice story, and it's just really sweet. I read it for myself and I read it to my mum, and my mum read it to my stepdad, and it's just nice. Like if I had kids, this is definitely what I'd want, because it's just so pretty and really nicely done and really imaginatively done. So yeah, those are all of the things, all of the bookish things I've acquired this month. There's been a lot, I'm aware there's been a lot, but I only bought 2 children's books and a novel, and a collection of short stories, of all of that. So I don't feel like I've actually done too badly, but I'm still accumulating piles of books, which is absolutely fine with me. I do have some more books that I have bought myself, because I did do a kind of normal haul this month, but those are all for the Around the World book thing that I'm doing, Around the World in Books, whatever. So there'll be another one of those probably next week or maybe the week after, because I've had a fair few in for review as well, which is great. I'm gathering all the countries together and it's starting to look very exciting. Yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed this enormous book haul, and me chatting to you about nothing. Let me know in the comments down below if any of these sound interesting to you. Let me know if you liked any of the classics I haven't read, but don't tell me any spoilers, even though I should have read them already because I haven't. Yeah, so yeah, let's just chat in the comments down below, and hopefully you are all well and looking after yourselves and happy. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.